Climate change has ensured end users, contractors and utilities have an increased focus on how they can preserve our water supplies, especially with the variability in extremes of weather now seen in even temperate zones like Central Europe, as well as hot and arid regions like Australia. Water is also an actual life force resource, especially in drought and low-income continents like Africa. If you took all of the water on Earth, it would form a ball only 860 miles in diameter, which is less than a third of the size of the Moon. But if you take into consideration water that can't be consumed directly by humans, like salt water and water vapour, fresh water is only 2.5% of that total, giving us a ball of less than 100 miles across. And all of this is compounded by a rising world population. So, how can we improve conservation and sustain world water supplies? One key element is looking at innovative solutions to reduce water loss and service outage when undertaking repairs, maintenance and asset creation activities on networks. The traditional methodology has been to rely on isolation valves, which shut down large sections of a network, which often results in pressure transients causing knock-on pipe bursts and likely water discoloration, generating customer dissatisfaction as well as disruption to the network. But there are innovative flow-stopping solutions, such as the WASK Hydrant Wizard, which isolates risers to enable easier replacement of hydrants and valves, enabling quicker repairs and restoration of services without any supply interruption. Firstly, the mini line saddle is fitted below the hydrant. Next, the Hydrant Wizard is attached via the saddle. The tube is lowered and the bag is deployed and inflated, allowing the water above the bag to be depressurized. The old hydrant can then be replaced with the new hydrant. The bag is deflated and recovered and water is reconnected to the hydrant. In addition, the WASK AquaStop can isolate specific sections of the network that can be worked on while maintaining water supply to the local area. The water main is drilled through 4 easy tap saddles and the AquaStop equipment is fitted to the main. The bypass is pressurized, flushed and fully established. Aqua Hydro Bag 1 is then deployed into the main upstream. This is followed by Aqua Hydro Bag 2 in the downstream, isolating the working section. The working section is then depressurized using the valves on the bagging heads. The repairs are then carried out, which often causes debris and discoloration of the water in the working section. Once complete, the bypass standpipe supplies water to flush the air and debris from the working section. The bagging head valves are then closed and pressure stabilizes. Aqua Hydro Bag 2 is then deflated and retracted, followed by Aqua Hydro Bag 1. The bypass is then isolated and the mains flow is restored. So, how would this work in real life? Let's hear from John Menzies, Managing Director for Sarco Stopper.
Sydney Water's drought response team were tasked by the business to save water. So they looked at Sarco Stopper to support the deployment of the award-winning WASK systems, as proven to be successful in Western Australia, Chile and the UK. These systems deliver the innovative Sarco Hydro Bags, which allow for small sections of the network to be isolated and avoids the need for shutting large sections of the network through traditional valving approaches. This keeps the rest of the network operational, and once the work is completed, localised flushing and pressure testing can be carried out, which massively reduces the water lost when compared to traditional approaches where hundreds of metres are typically flushed to waste. This was calculated by Sydney Water's drought project team as being equivalent to 5 Olympic-sized swimming pools lost annually, and therefore could save the business over $30,000 a year. But the other key benefits include customers not being interrupted during the works, therefore avoiding associated notification and compensation costs to the Sydney Water business, which was calculated to be worth more than $750,000 a year. The success of the project was saving water, but as a result, Sydney Water's customers were often unaware of the sustainability benefits the water company had achieved and that repair and maintenance activities had even been carried out.
WASK, from mains to meter, since 1888. Sarco stopper represented worldwide, quality accredited and always in supply.